Most of us could only wish to meet our celebrity crush in person, but some people shot for the moon and landed on some Hollywood stars' laps. Don't give up on your dreams just yet, because who knows, you might end up like these 10 regular people who married their celebrity crush. What's up, fact addicts? Welcome to Discovery Amuse, serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Stay glued to your screen, because our number one pick will make you want to wish for your own happily ever after. Now, let's dive into these real-life fairy tales, shall we? Number 10. Elvis Presley and Priscilla Wagner. This lady must have saved a country in her past life, judging by her stroke of luck. Priscilla Wagner, who's better known now as Priscilla Presley, met the king of rock and roll in 1959 when she was just 14. At that time, Elvis was serving in the U.S. Armed Forces in Germany. Needless to say, Elvis can't help falling in love with this young lass, and they regularly met up, but sadly, he had to wait until she came of age. Some would say he groomed Priscilla into the woman he wanted her to be. From her clothes, hair, makeup, and the way she carries herself, it was all about what pleased him. They were separated after Elvis returned to the U.S., but the king insisted on Priscilla moving to the U.S. to reunite with him. Her parents, with all their suspicious minds, weren't keen on the idea at first. But the king gets what the king wants, and with a little less conversation and a little more action, Elvis got Priscilla to move to the U.S. and the couple got hitched in 1967. A year later, she gave birth to Lisa Marie. Although their marriage was short-lived, they got divorced in 1973. They remained friends until Elvis died in 1977. After his death, Priscilla became the executor of Elvis's estate and made a name for herself as a successful businesswoman and actress.
Well, he may be tough in business, but he won't be different toward me.
Keep watching, because our number one entry is definitely a meet-cute worthy of its own blockbuster movie. Number 9, Kevin Jonas and Danielle Delisa. She might be the least popular among the so-called J sisters, what fans call the wives of the Jonas brothers. But Danielle's meet-cute story with Kevin Jonas is definitely the most relatable. She's a New Jersey native like Kevin, but she met her megastar beau on a Caribbean vacation in May of 2007. Funnily enough, Danielle hadn't heard of the band when they met. She also wasn't interested in pursuing the relationship at first because they lived miles apart, but Kevin was persistent, so he got her number from her older sister to ensure that their summer romance continued. In December of that year, Kevin said his first "I love you" to Danielle in the most awkward way possible.
And I actually said it to her. I said I love you to her. She was leaving the Trump International Hotel in New York, and she would always come drive in and visit me when I was there, which was awesome. And then there was like a bunch of people outside, our amazing fans, and they were about to walk up, and I said, all right, see you later, gave her a kiss and said, love you, bye, and shut the door. And I turned around, and I was like, oh no, like, do I have to like say something now, or do I just walk away?
I didn't even say anything on the phone.
I panic and I just walk away.
From a summer fling that turned into a long-term romance, Kevin proposed 2 years after they met. The two tied the knot in December of 2009, and now they have 2 daughters, Elena Rose and Valentina Angelina. Number 8, Nicolas Cage and Alice Kim.
You turn me on, brump. You turn me on, brump. You're not too tall, you're not too short, you're not too round.
In 2004, Alice Kim met one of her celebrity crushes, Nicolas Cage, when she was still working as a waitress at a restaurant in Los Angeles. She was 19 at that time, and the Con Air actor was 39. But the 20-year age difference didn't stop them from falling head over heels for each other.
I want to get you in that room, tear the bedspread off.
Yoo-hoo! Can I get a room?
The two instantly became inseparable and even tied the knot in July 2004, just 2 months after first seeing each other at a private ranch in California, just so she could travel with him to South Africa for the filming of Lord of War. Kim's mother apparently didn't like the idea of her daughter getting married too soon, but Cage won her over. They have a son, Kal-El, yes, he's named after Superman, who was born a year later. Sadly, like most Hollywood couples, the two called it quits in January 2016.
God damn it!
Number 7, Reese Witherspoon and Jim Toth. It was a scene straight out of a romantic comedy. At least that's how Oscar winner Reese Witherspoon describes her first meeting with her husband, Jim Todd. Back in 2010, the two attended the same party when a drunk guy tried to hit on Reese, and Jim came to the rescue. The top talent agent who represents A-listers like Scarlett Johansson and Matthew McConaughey apologized on behalf of his drunk friend's actions, and the two started talking. They had an instant connection and started dating after that.
I've waited so long to hear you say that. But if I'm going to be a partner in a law firm by the time I'm 30, I need a boyfriend who's not such a complete bonehead.
Toth became openly honest about his love and devotion to the Big Little Lies actress, and after less than a year of dating, they got engaged and married in 2011 at the actress's ranch in California. The couple now have 3 kids together.
I could never do anything. I couldn't start a company. I couldn't climb a mountain. I couldn't have 3 kids if I didn't have a supportive husband. He's my biggest champion and my biggest fan.
Number 6, Matthew Lewis and Angela Jones. Our next lucky girl is a self-confessed Harry Potter fan who actually married a Hogwarts alum.
Doesn't matter that Harry's gone. Stand down, Neville. People die every day.
Angela Jones and Matthew Lewis, who played Neville Longbottom in the Harry Potter franchise, met at an event for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios Orlando in 2016. At the time, Jones was an event planner at the theme park where she handles VIP guests, and Lewis happened to be one of them. She shared in her blog how her whole world turned upside down after meeting the actor. They had to endure a long-distance relationship until Jones quit her job to be with Lewis in California. They got engaged in November 2016 when Lewis proposed in Paris.
Fantastic, Neville. Well done.
In 2018, the couple finally said their I do's in a magical Italian destination wedding. See? If a muggle and a wizard could be together, then everything's possible. Number 5. Jessica Alba and Cash Warren. 12 years ago, a movie star married a director's assistant at a courthouse chapel under an arch of dusty plastic flowers. No family or friends in attendance, just 2 lovers who, before that day, didn't even believe in weddings. The lovebirds are Hollywood actress Jessica Alba and her main squeeze Cash Warren. The two met on the set of Fantastic Four in 2004, where Alba played the Invisible Woman while Warren was behind the camera. Despite the actress playing an invisible superhero, Warren couldn't take his eyes off her, and when he got the chance, Warren pursued his A-lister crush. And the rest, as they say, is history. And if you want to know the secret to an enduring marriage, here's Jessica's piece of advice.
I think what works today isn't going to work tomorrow, and allowing each other to evolve and change and not expect either one of us to kind of be stuck in the person that we met.
Number 4. Matt Damon and Luciana Barroso. Call it fate, kismet, or destiny, but the story of how Luciana Barroso met her action star husband Matt Damon is certainly the stuff of the cheesiest chick flicks.
If fate didn't want us to be together, then why did we meet tonight, huh?
Barroso was working as a bartender in Miami in 2010 when the famous actor came in while shooting the romantic comedy Stuck on You. Yes, he did have a rom-com phase, people.
We're not Siamese. We're American.
Damon said he saw Barroso across a crowded room and there was a quote-unquote light on her.
Is that your thing? You come into a bar, you read some obscure passage, and then pretend you pawn it off as your own idea just to impress some girls?
Barroso said Damon approached her to hide from his fans, but unlike the adoring fans who put him on a pedestal, Barroso put him to work and they got to talking. 3 years later, the two tied the knot in a private ceremony in Manhattan and have since kept their lives private from the public eye. Number 3. Julia Roberts and Danny Moder. For most of us mere mortals, he's the lucky guy who stole the heart of America's sweetheart. But for Julia Roberts, Danny Moder's just a regular guy who stood in front of a movie star and asked her to love him.
I'm also just a girl.
Julia and Danny met on the set of The Mexican, where Danny worked as a cinematographer. When they met, both Julia and Danny were both in relationships, but the two hit it off so much that they chose to sort out their lives separately before getting together.
I decided on my word. Attraversiamo. It means let's cross not sober.
The two got married in 2002 in a simple ceremony and are living a low-key life. Julia shares that she is much more content now. With 3 children, the couple still enjoy each other's company even after 18 years of marriage and 20 years of being together, crushing all rumors about their alleged split.
I give him a lot of credit. Not that I am a different person, but that he has helped me protect my person and keep my person where I want to be.
Number 2, Anne Hathaway and Adam Shulman. Adam Shulman may have always admired Anne Hathaway from afar, but when the two were introduced through a common friend in 2008, the Oscar-winning actress fell in love with him at first sight. She even told their friend that she's going to marry Shulman someday, which she eventually did. Talk about soulmates.
Oh! I loathe you.
I loathe you first.
The two tied the knot in a hush-hush wedding in 2012 and now have 2 kids together. They enjoy each other's company so much that they even teamed up and produced the movie Song 1, starring Hathaway opposite Johnny Flynn. But Anne admits it's not always rainbows and butterflies, and they do get into arguments once in a while, especially when she's #hangry.
It's usually me, and it's usually because I'm hungry. So we have a lot of hangry fights. And one time I picked a fight with him. To be fair, it was during like day 3 of my extreme weight loss diet for Les Mis, and I picked a fight with him about a sunset.
Before we go to our number 1 pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content. And of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app settings. Number 1, Christian Bale and C.B. Blogic. Move over, Catwoman, because C.B. Blogic is the real-life badass partner of Bruce Wayne IRL, Christian Bale.
I'm Batman.
Blogic and Bale met through the actor's good friend Winona Ryder when C.B. was working as Ryder's makeup artist. Sparks quickly flew, and in 2000, they eloped and got married in Las Vegas. Bale was 26 years old and Blogic was 30 at the time. This surprised a lot of people, not because he married a regular person, but because Bale had earlier sworn marriage off after being exposed to failed marriages in his family. Aside from being a supermodel and makeup artist, Blogic is one hell of a woman. In fact, she was one of the stunt drivers in The Dark Knight Rises. The two have been happily married for 2 decades now and have been successful in keeping their family away from the limelight. In a world where couples break up every 5 seconds or so, Bale and Blogic give us hope that perhaps true love does exist after all.
I have loved you since the moment I clapped eyes on you.
So, which of these couples is your #relationship goals? Let us know in the comments section below. Take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? We've got more juicy scoops straight from Tinseltown, so don't miss our ranking of the 12 moments when celebrities met their celebrity crush or idol. Till then, stay in love, Factnatics, and see you in the next video.